gonna burn it to the ground. Hey, yeah. Last train to Awesome Town. Come on, won't you party with me? Dude, bro, this party is sick. 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 Dude, this party has like 5 different kinds of nachos. Whoa, that's off the hook crazy. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. Last train to Awesome Town. Come on, everybody, won't you party with me now? Last train to Awesome Town. Come on, won't you party with me? Last train to Awesome Town. The roof is on fire, gonna burn it to the ground. Hey, yeah. Last train to Awesome Town. Come on, won't you party with me? Party with me. Party with me. Party with me. Party with me. 5 different nachos.
All right, you're listening to the Nerd Edification Hour. We are back. Yay! Yay!
Jeez, this
I'm
is a
Caleb.
lot of words on this script.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, it's a big script. Yep.
It's a pretty big script.
It's a pretty big script. First up, we're going to talk about what we got for Christmas and our New Year's resolutions as well. And then second,
If we had any.
we're going to talk about Nintendo news.
Yep.
Did we do introductions?
Then we're going to have our nerd vocab.
Yes, indeed.
Did we do our introductions?
I'm Jake.
Caleb. Wow. Just,
You both owe each other sodas.
All right.
And I'm
Aw.
Rachel.
that's Rachel.
Yeah.
She's the one who doesn't owe anybody sodas.
Never.
Never.
No regrets.
Fourth, we're going to talk about some, well, electronic news
Electronic
and
news.
accessory news. And then last but not least, our movie news, of which there is a lot.
There's a lot of movie
There's a
news.
lot of
I found, I'm
movies.
like, oh, this is everything. It was pretty awesome last night.
Yes,
I
and
was
I
looking
have,
for it.
I do
I
have
didn't
one
look
that-
over everything before we started. So
I know you didn't.
Bad
I'll just
Jake.
go with it. I'll go with
Bad
it.
Jake.
Jake is going to be flying by the seat of
I got
his
here late.
pants.
I'm sorry.
All right, so that's what's going to happen on the Nerd Edification Hour today. We're going to talk about what we got for Christmas. Jake?
Wait, first
No?
off, Happy New Year.
Happy New
New
Year's,
Year.
everyone.
Yes.
Happy new show. Jake, this is officially season 2 of the
Oh, it
Nerd
is?
Edification Hour. I know you've
I
been
had
waiting
been
for
asking
that.
whether
I know you've been anticipating
So
waiting
this
for
is
the day.
the start of season 2.
Yes.
So I
Officially.
can keep track.
This is season 2.
All right, that sounds good.
Ta-da.
Commit it to your memory.
So each season has about 30 episodes.
Sure.
Okay.
Roughly.
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
It's not official. All
I'm
right.
trying to keep
Kyle
track.
is back in the recording chair.
Hi,
Shout out
Kyle.
to Kyle.
Kyle's waving.
We need a camera that can get him.
He's shaking his head.
Need to record
No.
with the camera.
No?
All right. So, Jake, what'd you get for Christmas?
I got a synthesizer, first and foremost. I've been
Ooh.
recording some new stuff
That's great.
with that.
That'd be fun.
And some music.
Some music.
You just got music?
doodads and thingamabobs here and there. Mainly a synthesizer, though.
That's nice. So that's the neatest thing you got?
Mhm.
Well, the neatest thing I got 2 pretty neat things. I got this really cool shadow box thing.
Is that
It's-
hand puppets? sort
No,
of?
it's more like it's a comic based one. So it has a bunch of comics at the back, and then it has Spider-Man like 3D coming at you. It's called a shadow box.
So a viewfinder thing.
I'll have to show it to you.
Okay.
It's a type of artwork and photography thing. So I got that for Christmas from one of my friends, and then my friend Jim got me a Wi-Fi range extender, and it is the best thing
For
on
your
the
router,
planet.
or-
Yeah.
Nice.
So basically, what you do is you plug it in first near your router, and you set it up. You connect it to your Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and then you rename the Wi-Fi that comes from the extension.
Mm-hmm.
Like mine is my Wi-Fi's name plus extension.
Yes.
So
do you install it like right next to the router, or is
Yes,
it over here
and
and
you-
it extends all the way over
well,
there?
pretty
where
much is what you first do is you plug it in nearby to the router and you connect it, and you wait for it to set itself up, and then you go on the computer and you set it up on the little like Netgear Genie account thing, and then you can unplug it and move it to anywhere in the house, and it'll extend your Wi-Fi. So now I have full Wi-Fi coverage in my bedroom, which was formerly like only 2 bars.
See, I don't have that problem because my bedroom is right next to the router, and everyone else's bedrooms in the house, though, are on the other side of the house.
Oh,
so
look
they
how-
all have issues.
Look
So
how
privileged.
lucky you are.
Yeah, I have to use an extender as well. So
Yeah, so that was really neat
I was at the other
and
end of
a
the house.
useful thing that I got. And I also got a couple of other things too that were kind of cool, like Cardcaptor Sakura manga, which I've already finished reading. So yeah.
Guess what I got for Christmas? If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you probably don't know this, but I got a green screen, little kit set, and I got some lights, like lights with umbrellas.
It's
like
actually
those
quite
fancy
good.
Umbrellas.
Oh,
I was
look how
watching the footage.
professional you
It looks
sound.
very nice. You should have brought it here and done some chroma keying on set.
That would be interesting.
It's quite big actually. It's like I can make it as big or as small as I want it to.
Mhm.
It's pretty nice like that. And so yeah, that
Wait,
means
the sheet? You can...
it's a sheet. And
Does it
I would like
stretch?
to thank my parents, Andrew and my mother. Thank you guys.
Oh,
Okay.
I also
getting it
got
for
a
me. It's pretty
PlayStation
awesome.
camera for my PS4.
An iToy?
No, like the it's like the Kinect, but for the PS4. So you can
So
be
an
like,
iToy.
you could be like, PlayStation, select Netflix, and it will play Netflix, and it's kind of neat. They
You
haven't.
can say, PlayStation, I want a pepperoni pizza from...
they're
the pizza place,
You know, I
and-
heard they're working on that function.
I know they have that for Xbox.
Yeah.
So.
So they're currently it's not set up completely where it works in all of the apps like Netflix. Like when you're in Netflix, you can't be like PlayStation play
Yes.
Ghost Whisperer or something. I don't know.
Ghost Whisperer?
I don't know. It has Jennifer Love Hewitt in it, and
Is that a movie?
no, it's a TV show.
Okay.
It was on ABC Family like a long time ago. But yeah, so that's the extent of what I got from Christmas.
All right, so
The next holiday will be Valentine's Day. I
Yes, it
guess,
will.
February.
Yes.
Yeah. Did anyone have any New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is that I want to do better on my YouTube channel. That's about it.
There we go. That's a good resolution.
Oh, also, it just dawned on
Do
me.
better
I got
how?
I got all A's last night.
Congratulations. So did I.
Well,
I passed,
You know
so
what?
I'm happy.
You can,
High five. How did you do, Jake?
I
Did you
passed
do-
all my classes.
Yeah.
So there we go. No, I'm actually very excited about that.
Yeah, that's always good to pass classes.
All right, so that was my only New Year's resolution.
Did
Really.
you have a
Just-
New Year's resolution?
I didn't. I can think of one, though, if you want to tell yours first.
I'll tell mine.
Okay.
Mine was to work on my singing voice, to improve it, and to try out for more theater stuff since I haven't been able to do that in the past, and I really want to continue doing that.
Here at the school, or...
Everywhere, anywhere, all the
Right.
places.
Broadway and
No,
whatever other theatrical
I'm not gonna
place that I
I'm
don't
not
know.
gonna fly to New York every couple of weeks just for that. No, thank
We have
you.
to take Nerd Edification hour on the road, going to New York. Rachel,
In a
here we
trailer.
are watching her. We're gonna film it.
Oh
A little
wow,
hand camera.
you guys are nuts.
Then we'll post it on
Behind
YouTube.
the scenes. Sounds good.
Behind the scenes.
Extended edition by the DVD.
Uncut director's cut.
Because I've been binge watching all of the behind the scenes footage on my Lord of the Rings box set.
Oh.
There's so much footage. It's crazy.
Oh, speaking of Lord of the Rings, I saw Hobbit on Monday.
The last one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't. I
do
still
you
haven't
feel?
seen the second
my
one.
inner monologue for Legolas was really strong. It was like, well,
He told him to
great.
go find Strider. That was cool.
Yeah, I was like now, and he's like, oh man, the chick that I like was in love with the dwarf, and now I'm depressed. I'm just gonna leave, and I hate my dad because he's a pain in the butt, and so I'm gonna leave. And then here comes Legolas's dad coming up, and then he's like, God, Dad, what do you want? And he goes like, you know what? If you're gonna leave and not come home with me, you little snot, how about you go watch this kid who will one day be king? And then he's just like, so I have to babysit a guy who will one day, a kid who will one day be king? Yeah. Okay. I have nothing better to do.
Because I'm pretty sure the difference between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is 60 years. Because everyone in this universe has extended lifetimes.
Yes.
So I don't know how old Aragorn would be.
Aragorn, well, he's a Duladane, so he's, if my pronunciation of that is incorrect, I'm sorry to any Tolkienologists that are listening. But he has, so he has, I think the full life expectancy of an elf is thousands and thousands of years.
They're pretty much immortal.
Yeah, unless they, die in battle or something. But Duladane, I think they said, is normally half the life expectancy of an elf. I think that's what somebody told
Half
me.
of infinity.
So
Well, yeah, half of infinity. That's still a long time.
yeah, so it's
Divide by zero.
Like they can live, or what? Double that. It's either half of an elf or double that of a normal human being.
Okay.
So in
but
which
even the
case-
human beings live a long time.
Yeah.
In Middle Earth. so.
Yeah, so that's where that is, and so then I had this like mental image of grown-up Legolas. And it kind of helped me explain why Legolas behaves the way he does in the other Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I'm picturing grown-up Legolas creeping on this child, Aragorn.
And they also mentioned Gimli in
Yeah.
the second movie.
Yeah, because he's a kid at the time. So that's
The elf holds up. One of the dwarves had a locket.
Yeah.
With his wife and then his son Gimli in
Yeah.
it. That was pretty great.
I thought that was really cute, but the mental image of grown-up Legolas creeping on child Aragorn is just forever in my
Strider.
mind. So
I'm looking at Caleb. He's
All right.
this
Well,
tangent we're going
that was
on.
that was a tangent. I did not
Caleb
expect
just
that.
doesn't know what to say.
I don't
but yeah.
know. I haven't seen the second one yet. Darn it.
Overall, though, the third one had a lot of fighting, not enough story. But I did
Yeah.
like to see Thranduil fight. That
Oh,
was
I
nice.
loved the very first where it's Gandalf and Galadriel. and all of the-
Galadriel.
Yes.
Yes, and I was just like, damn. I'm like,
Fighting
why-
the ring wraiths.
Yeah, I'm like, Galadriel has like a crush on Gandalf, and I'm like, woman, you don't need to do that because your husband will not like that at all.
Tell me where is Gandalf, for I'd much desire to speak with him.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
All right. Well, before anything
You
else
need
happens-
you need to read the Silmarillion.
All right,
You
I
need
will.
to.
I'll get to that. So the song, we're gonna take a break now, and then the song is "Carnivore" by Starset, one of my new favorite bands.
Okay.
Because it's awesome.
Carnivore?
Carnivore,
I love Star Set.
Herbivore.
and we'll be right back, and we'll talk about Nintendo-y stuff.
Yes,
with
we will.
Nintendo news. See ya in a bit. All right. Well,
That song got really
it faded out like
faded at the end. And then it started doing this old
Cuba.
radio broadcast from like, I don't know, one of the wars. I was a little
I guess I forgot about that ending part.
that was a little that was dark.
I put a little mental note in. I'm like, oh yeah, there's this little part at the end of the song I got to fade out, but I didn't. Oh well, forget about it. Now we're gonna have Nintendo news after
Yes.
that. Yes. Right,
Yes?
Rachel. What's the Nintendo news?
The
here?
Nintendo news. So, guys, as you know, Majora's Mask is going to be coming out in this few short months. But guess what? There is a special edition exclusively available through Amazon, GameStop, and Fry's Electronics. This
That's
means.
sold out right now.
Hold on a
Amazon.
second. There's news that you don't know that I know.
Okay.
This means that fans may have a harder time getting their hands on that sweet Skull Kid statue that they expected. Both Amazon and GameStop websites are sold out. Now, if you go into the GameStop store, actual physical location, you may still be able to reserve it. And if not, you can always leave a note with the manager or something like that at the store itself saying, hey, if you get an extra one in, or it's not claimed, or you just happen to be able to get extras, I want one. So they still have a chance. You just have to be able to tell somebody that you want one. But pretty much it's sold out online for pre-ordering it or purchasing it, which is, to be expected since it's Majora's Mask, and I expected it to sell out.
How does it sell out online when are they not printing per how much has been pre-ordered, or do they have a set amount
they
only...
have a set amount that they are
Okay.
going to make, and that's just how it is with special editions. Like, I'm not getting the special edition of Final Fantasy Typo HD on the PS4 because they're sold out. However,
So it's just an exclusivity
yeah.
thing.
However, I did leave a note with GameStop saying, hey, if somebody doesn't claim theirs, or you get an extra one in, or you can get an extra one in for me, I want it. So there's always that chance. You just have to ask. Now, Fry's, though, hasn't put it up yet, so you can maybe try with them. Maybe.
Fry.
Maybe. All right. So
And sometimes, months down the road, the special editions, actually, they'll find some extra ones somewhere, and we'll get more.
We'll find some extra ones.
Yeah.
In
Hey,
a
it
landfill.
happens.
In the landfill.
Yes.
No,
That's what I was thinking.
It's like some of them got like lost in shipment and then they
Lost in space?
They turn up later. It
Oh.
just happens. It happens, trust me. But
All right, trust her.
yeah.
It happens.
Trust
it
her.
happens. Trust me.
Trust
me.
Yoshi isn't on the
No, Yoshi's
camera.
not
We
on
need
the
him.
camera. We need to figure it out.
All right.
Oh.
So
Oh,
what's this about the ambassador version of the 3DS?
Okay. Well, you
What's
guys,
this?
you guys-
What's that about?
You guys know that when the 3DS first came out, if you purchased it upon release, you were signed up for the ambassador program, which means, like, I bought it when the original 3DS first came out, and I got in the ambassador program. I got about 15 free games because of it
Ooh.
from the Nintendo eShop.
What are you an ambassador of? Japan?
No, you were ambassador of the 3DS itself, in which case it means that you're testing its functionality and like seeing how it works with the digital
Beta tester.
No, not really. Digital download stuff. It's kind of like a reward for purchasing the 3DS when it was at its most expensive. So, hey, you
So
bought
thanks
it.
for giving us money. Here you go.
You gave us a lot of money, so here's a reward. Now, the ambassador version of this new 3DS in Europe is going to be the same thing. Club Nintendo members, select members, are already getting emails from Nintendo offering them to be as part of the ambassador program, but it's only a select number. And it's starting in Europe, which means if you're a member of Club Nintendo, keep an eye on your email, since if Europe is getting them, we might be getting them soon too. Now, what does that mean for the new 3DS? It's already out in Japan. It came out in October, and it's selling really well. We are still selling the 3DS. However, they are not making the 3DS anymore.
See, that would be so misleading to me if somebody emailed me and said, "Hey, you're part of the ambassador program."
Now, what
thing.
that means though is if they offer you to be part of the ambassador program
You get
for this
free
new
stuff.
one, you're gonna get free stuff and you're gonna get the new 3DS before
I
anybody
gotcha.
else. That's what that means this time. Now, like I said, I've heard that they're not making the regular 3DS anymore. Does that mean they're gonna stop selling it? Not
You
necessarily.
mean the original one before Light?
No, this one, the 3DS, the one that
Oh.
Caleb and I both own, as well as the 3DS XL. Like, they're not manufacturing them anymore. That means whatever is made and sitting in warehouses or has already been shipped to be sold, that's all that's
it.
there.
That's it.
Yeah.
So kind of like how that one time when the GameCube came out, they stopped making N64s, but they still had them all over the place. But
Yeah.
they weren't making them anymore. So
Yeah, so what that, and I've heard that certain locations are selling out, and unless they are already sold out in their stores of 3DSs, and they can't get more shipment in unless they ask for shipment from a different store, like at Walmart. Walmart can get shipment from other Walmarts and stuff like that. So that's what they'd be doing. So what does that mean? When are we going to be getting the new 3DS? My guess would be either this fall or early next year.
So start saving up, basically.
Yeah.
So if we trade in our old 3DS, do we get like a discount or something
my
like
God.
that? Is
Well,
that one of
yeah.
those things?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to be trading it in, you can apply that toward your purchase of the new 3DS. However, what I would do is purchase your new 3DS first, and then transfer all of your content from your regular 3DS to the new 3DS, and then trade in your 3DS and purchase like a game or something. Because otherwise, you're going to lose. You're
You're going to lose your Animal Crossing town.
You'll lose some of your data. Will you lose any of your purchases on the eShop? Probably not. No, because they're saved on your Nintendo Network ID. But you might as well transfer them over anyway to save you some time.
Do you think I could buy the capture card with it for the new 3DS? Because there's going to be recording software and hardware for
There's
that.
going to be new hardware. for
Yeah,
the
They're
They're
new-
gonna
probably already
have to-
developing it now because it's already out in Japan.
Yeah.
Didn't you
but I
just
don't
buy
wanna-
that capture card?
No,
Or was
I
that
don't.
for
I don't have a
something
3DS capture card. I was
Okay.
hoping to get a 3DS capture card for when Majora's Mask comes out. So I
Hoping to
could do
get
that
it for Christmas
on my
but
channel.
Instead, he got a green screen.
Spoil it.
Hey now, green screens are nice.
Yeah, no, I can afford the 3DS capture card. Although it's like $200 or something like that. It's ridiculous. So I was just wondering if I could maybe go ahead and order a new 3DS one
No.
with the capture card stuff
As far
built
as
in
I know,
already.
they haven't developed it yet where we can purchase or pre-order it in the States. Now, if you want to purchase it in Japan, you'd have to get the Japanese new 3DS because they're still doing region locking. Still,
I thought they were stopped.
They are
that.
stopping, but they haven't yet.
We're gonna stop maybe in the next 30 years.
Maybe this new 3DS that we're gonna get is not gonna be region locked, but Japan's is. I don't know. I don't ask too many questions about them anymore.
All right, so that's it. Next up, we're gonna have our nerd vocab and this next song. Jake, hold up, Cube. This next song is from Madoka Magica. That's where Cube is from.
Cube.
And it's basically like their fight song or like the end credit song.
Okay.
For those of you listening live right now, Cube is
Cube
a
plush.
stuffed animal plush thing.
Courtesy of my sister for my birthday.
Yeah, it looks like a cat with rings on its ears.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have a soul.
And I appreciate the close-up we got after the previous song, Kyle. Thank you.
All right, here it is. We'll be right back.
All right, we are the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio, and together we are Jake,
Rachel,
and
Caleb.
Good.
We are a hive mind. We are one.
although sometimes we don't wish to be,
Yeah.
it can get kind of annoying.
It gets kind of disturbing.
Rachel
actually.
keeps rearranging my furniture. Stop doing that, Rachel.
In your head.
please.
I'm telling you, your feng shui is all unbalanced. It's gone to feng shui.
Well,
okay?
You need a Zen
I have
garden.
my shui in my head. It's my shui.
Sure,
my shui.
sure.
I don't need your shui.
Oh,
need
I
my shui.
re-alphabetized your filing cabinets, by the way.
Darn it! everything was in its
See,
place.
he had a place for everything, and he
place.
knew exactly where it was. And
If it's in a
I don't
corner, it's in the corner for
I
a
don't
reason.
believe in organized chaos, guys.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you should meet my Odyssey of the Mind teacher then. She would kind of be mad.
so what is our nerd vocab, Jake?
Oh, I don't even know.
Well, I
It's
sent
in
it.
here. There
I
it
sent
is.
last time.
Second page.
I sent you the memo. Telepathically.
Okay.
So lost it.
Today's nerd vocab is carry.
Carry.
Carry, Jerry. And it is the act of lifting an object or person from one place to another.
But what is that in video games?
Well, I'll tell you. In video games, mostly in multiplayer situations, it is to single-handedly achieve victory while playing with a bunch of noobs.
Basically, yes.
And this exists in real life too. Like when you carry a team, like you're the only good player on a soccer team and you're the
Yep.
only reason that your team won. I was never like that. No.
No. I was always the one being carried.
No, exactly. I'm a terrible, terrible sports
We're
player.
bad at sports here on the Nerd Edification Hour, so we stay out of that stuff.
But yeah, you can like carry a your team members
Dungeon
through a
group?
dungeon. Yeah, like say you're playing Warcraft and you guys are raiding and then you're really good and then everybody else is like
Well, usually in
adequate.
that scenario, you would all die. So
Maybe.
unless someone is super out-leveled
Yeah.
the content.
Right. Well, in which case you just, it's usually the situation is one of you is really good and everybody else is just adequate.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
you could help everyone else get better, though. So,
I guess
Yeah,
so.
you can help people out. That's kind of nice. Don't be a jerk.
but some
you know.
people you can't help.
Some
and
people
they'll
you just can't.
No.
keep falling into the same hole.
That happens to occur a lot on Destiny. Whenever I get randomly matched with people, I either am really like a low level and they're really high, or it's the opposite way around. Like I'm level 27 and everybody else is like 16. And I'm just like, why does this happen to me? We're all gonna die.
like,
And they
all
say,
right,
how
you're a
do,
bunch
how
of
do I
noobs.
switch to first person? What do,
You're already in first person. There's
how
no
do
such
I-
thing as third
well,
person
they'd
on
be
that
completely
game.
lost then, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
How do I
They'd be-
shoot? What's the shoot button again? Is
Oh,
it
jeez.
Do
How
a
do I-
barrel roll. Press
how do I
A to
crouch?
shoot.
How do I crouch? What's our objective? What are you doing here?
What
Why
is
did I
this
buy
game?
this?
Welcome
What
to
is the
Nerd
next one?
Edification Hour, where we make fun of all the tropes and idioms that occur in MMOs online.
Idioms. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Let's talk about idioms.
Idioms.
I like that word. Like as the crow flies, that's an idiom.
Horses for courses.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
What's that? Caleb, what?
Caleb, what? Okay, well, I guess, I don't know. Why not? Let's talk about that.
We're totally organized here on the Nerd
No, it's
Edification.
more like
We have
Caleb
everything.
put too many words
I
on
did
there.
not. I just wanted to be prepared.
I was going to say that.
Simplify.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Camel case.
So let's talk about. We're going to say some electronic news now, since this was a short segment.
Yep.
So not too long ago,
In a galaxy far, far away.
it could have been hard to imagine filling up a game console with more 500 gigabytes of memory. But, however, like some of us have actually reached that point on our PS4s and Xbox Ones. Mainly the PS4, because that's what we're about to talk about. The average gigabyte level of like how large a game is when you install it on the PS4 is anywhere from 30 to over 50 gigabytes. Like the size of the game itself.
A lot of textures.
It's a lot. The one that's 50 right now that I have is Unity, Assassin's Creed. It's huge because there's so much stuff in it. And speaking of Assassin's Creed, the
His heart, I don't know, he couldn't take
it
it.
just couldn't take it. Yeah. The new
okay.
DLC will be available midway through this month, and it's free if you
It's
bought
free.
it. It's free if you bought the game a couple months ago. Yeah.
It's free.
It is free. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah.
Camera on Caleb.
Caleb's
What is he
just-
doing?
Caleb's gonna have to explain why he's laughing. But while I'm waiting for him to not die laughing,
Okay.
Nikyo has announced this product. Nikyo, I don't know how to
Yo-
pronounce it.
Aiko on.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
Announced that
I don't know.
their product, the data bank for the PlayStation 4, which replaces both the internal drive and allows for 3.5-inch drives to qualify as internal storage. Basically, what that means is you can use larger and cheaper hard drives instead of having to like spend $100 on another hard drive. So, though PS4 does technically support external hard drives, since that's what this kind of would be, but not really. It would make it internal because of the software used. It can't. These external hard drives cannot be used for game installations, in which case it would be like stuff to hold pictures and music and other things.
Huzzah.
So,
Yeah.
so the functionality of that feature would be pretty limited. However, the
I
data
can't fit
bank,
all my games on here, but I can put my music
Yeah.
and my pictures.
but the data
my
bank,
dog.
right? The data bank is potentially the middle ground for that, and it. Even though, but replacing the PS4's internal hard drive isn't really that hard. You just slide off the top panel, you unplug it. You do this when the PlayStation 4 is off, obviously. You have it. You just unplug the hard
Okay.
drive. You take it out,
it's
and
on.
you make sure you pre-install the operating system for the PlayStation onto the new hard drive before putting it in, and then you just snap it in there and slide the top over, and then turn it back on and wait for it to load up.
Because they don't want to sell it with a ton of memory because that would jack the price way up on the console for consumers.
Yeah.
It sounds simple enough.
It's not hard. No, it's just a matter of install, take out, and then install, and that's really all it is. I mean, you can purchase a terabyte hard drive and just pop it in there, and you'd be fine. But another thing that Nyko announced is the Type Pad, which is basically like the keyboard for the 360 that they released, and also that Microsoft released.
Is it on your wrist?
No, it's not. It hooks into the little headphone port at the bottom, like this.
Wait, it's a keyboard that plugs in through a mic line?
Through the yeah.
Ta-da.
that was a thing.
Technology.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
fine.
it's like an auxiliary port. It's for an auxiliary thing.
Okay.
All right,
I don't
well-
know. I'm just saying what it says.
All right. Well, before we go to the break, I'll let you know why I was laughing earlier. It was because Unity was so broken. That's why I was laughing. So
Oh,
they're
that's why
giving
you're laughing.
they're giving their DLC out for free.
Yeah,
because
they're-
it was broken. beyond
It was
belief.
it was so bad. Like, I mean, I liked the game. It's fun and all that, and I still have it. I haven't completed it, obviously, because there's so much stuff to do in it. But it glitches sometimes. There is an impossible assassination that occurred before the last in the game that occurred before the last update, where you had to your objective was to kill this guy, right? And you couldn't kill him because it would glitch out, and you'd glitch through him, rendering you unable to assassinate him.
So it's Sword Art Online where it's impossible to reach the top of the tree without an access code?
Pretty much, yeah. Let's go with that.
Well then, Spoilers, Jake.
Do we want to go ahead and talk about the virtual reality now and then just, I don't know.
No. Later.
No?
Next.
Hold it off.
Talk about virtual reality next.
Yeah.
All right, the song is now, Jake, Enjoy the Silence. Is that the one you sent me?
Yes, Enjoy the Silence. It's a cover done by Symbione Project, which was a member of Freeze Pop. And he was an employee at Harmonix.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. He makes his own music.
All right, so there we go. And we'll be right back on the Nerd Edification Hour.
Sweet.
Words like violence break the silence. Come crashing into my little world. Painful to me, pierce right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do wrong. Vows are spoken to be broken. Feelings are intense, words are trivial. Pleasures remain, so does that pain. Words are meaningless and forgettable. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do wrong. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do wrong. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. They can only do wrong.
And we are back on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I am Rachel.
I'm Jake. That's
And
me.
I am the ever handsome Caleb.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello,
What's up?
everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right.
Yes.
So we got a bit of technology news here.
More technology.
More
news.
technology news.
And this is a lot of stuff. It's
Rachel,
a lot of words.
A lot of words.
Too many words.
I might not even say them all.
Oh.
I'm not even
I
looking
just
at 'em.
wanted
For shame.
I just
Caleb.
wanted information here so that nobody's lacking, in anything. But okay, so Razer, the people who make the mouse with the fancy the mice with the buttons all over them.
The
Razer, the green-
computer mouses that glow that people use that have multiple buttons that you could set functions on that people use for MMO.
Yes, those people. They're now making a project called OSVR, or Open Source Virtual Reality Ecosystem, which is kind of like a virtual reality.
Is this the
thing.
race for virtual reality that
Yeah.
Oculus Rift has
Apparently
started?
it's
Yep.
getting there. So
I know Sony is trying to do their own thing.
Yeah, well, Oculus Rift dropped the stone in the pool, and it just kind of had the ripple effect.
lots of ripples everywhere, and then everybody in the whole pond was waking up and like, "Hey, who threw that rock?" And then
But it's
now
not the
they're
first
throwing
time
rocks.
people have tried to make virtual reality. They did that back in the 90s.
Yeah, Nintendo tried and it didn't.
Yeah, with
It
the
didn't
Virtual
work out.
Boy.
Virtual Boy.
And people had seizures and their eyes bled. At least that's not happening this time.
Eyes bleeding. No, we've
Yeah,
come a
people
long way
suffering
from
this
then,
way.
from
Yeah.
bleeding eyeballs and such. So apparently, the OSVR includes a $200 hacker dev kit set to ship in June 2015, but it's primarily a software platform aimed to support potentially any piece of virtual reality hardware. So it's like integration, pretty much.
Oh, so it's software that will potentially maybe be used to improve products such as the Oculus Rift and Sony's virtual reality thing that they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So that way, it's like when they can do multiple platforms. So when you're dragging from one game to a cell phone, they made a different kind of code. Was Real Engine or something like that.
Right. So and
different engine.
they call this thing the Android of virtual reality, except that it's not an operating system, but it's compatible with everything.
Yeah.
That is just so that is so backwards and wraparound to me.
The technicalities behind all this are just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't I'd like to think of myself pretty intelligent, but half of these words that I'm reading, it's like backwards reasoning to me or circular reasoning, and it doesn't
How do you program
explain
stuff
anything.
for these things?
I don't know.
How would it work with other virtual reality systems?
I have no idea. It doesn't say. Of all the words that is on this,
They're all
That is
acronym,
on-
yeah.
Is on. Okay. No.
Leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone.
English major.
I wasn't an English. I'm not an English major anymore. I was for a few semesters, okay?
I'm just making fun. I'm just
poking a little fun.
Do not make me come across this table because I will.
He's just trying to be funny.
Ha ha ha.
Okay, so what else do we know about it?
Just play along.
It uses Unity 3D and Unreal Engine 4. Whatever that means.
Unreal Engine 4 is like a graphics.
Oh, yeah. It works with those engines, and then it also works with other Bosch and Razer products, and the latest from 6 Sense and Leap Motion. And I don't.
SteelSeries?
I have no idea. They're just telling us what it works with. It doesn't really say how it works.
It works.
want
That's all you need to
pictures
know.
and
It's all
diagrams.
code and ones and zeros and hardware and stuff like that. It's pretty much it. There's no simple
it's
way
not
to put it.
binary,
It's just
but-
Razer is making a ecosystem for virtual reality that they're going to plug up to
What
these
do they
helmets.
mean by
Yeah,
ecosystem?
I'm imagining animals in a biodome kind of
Yeah.
jungle.
It's pretty much like a biodome, except for
On your head.
It's a
Oh,
thing.
so they're making a attachment that you will set yourself in,
So the arcade kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'll make it easier for games like Assassin's Creed or something
so
like that.
you can run on this movable. Okay, see, they need to use a word that's not.
complicated.
Or you just give
No,
you a
it's not
picture.
necessarily. It's complicated. It's just that it doesn't work correctly because that is not an ecosystem.
You see, Caleb is the king of definitions.
Yeah.
Am I?
You have
Is that-
something obscure that you don't know what's going on. He can describe
Are you sure?
to perfect detail.
Are you being sarcastic?
Don't put me on a
No.
pedestal right now. That's too much pressure. I'm gonna have to.
Okay,
Ooh.
so basically what we think this is it's you guys might have seen it in videos last year and the year before that. it's like this circular thing, and you're strapped in like a harness, and the floor either is movable or bounceable and stuff. So, like, say you're playing a first-person shooter and you have the fake gun in your hands and you're walking, it literally will simulate walking, and it will have your character walk because it's hooked up in that way. It's an entirely virtual reality
Those things look so
experience. And they probably are expensive.
hardware.
And they're probably...
Do you mean the bubble?
It's like the bubble thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. That's what I'm thinking. And I imagine it's going to be used, it could be used for training and stuff, for military. That'd be my first thing that it could be used for.
A million uses.
Or
101 uses for
yeah.
virtual reality.
It could be used for training
Flight
things.
training.
Yeah, flight training,
Yep.
combat training,
Movie
special ops
stars.
training. Yeah, any kind of training. That's would be my first guess of what it could be used for. But it would be dang expensive for consumers. Let me tell you.
This is something you might go to
Like an arcade,
Yeah.
or it might be available, like, say, at one of those
a
really
private company. You go to their building and
Right.
they host something.
right, or like at conventions, it would be part of that, or
A
say,
main e-ticket attraction.
yeah, like the giant arcade thing, Disney Quest.
Disney Quest? I
That's
love it.
where I can see it too.
That would definitely be
Yeah.
there. Yeah. If they would ever update it.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
All right, so we're going to move on to movie news because we're almost out of time, so we'll just jump right on into here. We got the Assassin's Creed movie is officially confirmed for the release in 2015.
And it has Fassy in it, Michael Fassbender. It's so great.
The rumored Assassin's Creed movie, which has been going on for a while now,
Women
is finally
everywhere are
confirmed.
rejoicing. Because Michael Fassbender.
Lady Assassin's Creed fans all over the world are just going, head over heels right now.
Yes. So, yeah, they're fainting. But, so yeah, apparently the Assassin's Creed film is going to come out on December 21st, 2016. That's the day after my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Well, there you go.
And in addition, there's going to be a sequel to this year's Fantastic Four that's coming out. And so they've already been like, well, we're going to do a second one, and it's going to come out in 2017. I already freaked out about the Beetlejuice movie, which will begin filming after Tim Burton finishes Miss Peregrine's Children's Home movie, which is really creepy. But what's really neat is part of the Miss Peregrine's book is actually filmed in Florida. So if you're in the Orlando area, that's where they're going to be filming. So if you want to creep on the Burton set, hello, that's where you go.
Very appropriate creep on the Burton set.
Hey,
Very creepy.
as long as you don't get within a certain number of feet, then you're okay. Actually, it's kind of neat to go see. If they're filming on location, you can actually stand there and they like that because then they have people that are acting naturally.
That
They'll
you
just
don't
be-
have to pay for.
Exactly. So they like that.
You don't have to pay for
Which
extras.
reminds me of Lord of the Rings when they got all the hobbits.
Yes.
So, as we've mentioned before, Ghost in the Shell, we mentioned that a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson is confirmed
Officially.
to play the main heroine.
I think that's
Protagonist.
great. And also, Hugh Jackman's P.T. Barnum movie, The Greatest Showman on Earth, is going to be
Barnum and
coming
Bailey.
out Christmas Day on 2016. Yeah.
I'm the ringmaster.
Yeah. So it's a P.T. Barnum musical movie. They did so well with Into the Woods on Christmas Day that Disney was like, well, let's do it again with Hugh Jackman.
Here's a bigger paycheck. Go do what you gotta do.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's a blank check.
Yeah.
There, go have fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do with Marvel. They just give them a blank check.
Oh.
Speaking of Marvel,
Gambit! My man!
the Gambit movie is Channing Tatum.
Yes.
He tweeted that the release date could be October 7th, 2016.
I'm just glad that Gambit's getting his own movie because I think that's great, and they didn't do too well on explaining him or portraying him in the Wolverine movie. I mean, sorry, Taylor Kitsch, but you're not a good Gambit. You can't do the Creole accent at all.
So Gambit, I see you have a plastic surgery done to your face. What is up with that?
Surprisingly, in the more recent comics about him, he kind of looks like Channing Tatum, which is,
Do you think they did that on purpose?
I don't know, they might have. I wouldn't be surprised with
All right.
Marvel.
So last bit of Marvel news here for the Marvel movie. And this will finish up the show. Is the Ant-Man ant-sized trailer for the real teaser trailer. Then the
A
teaser
teaser
for
for
the real trailer that
teaser.
was going to premiere during Agent Carter.
It was
that
really
was
small,
weird.
and
That
Marvel.
was weird. It was all weird.
They really
was-
like to do weird things like that, because what it was is basically it was part of the teaser trailer, but it was the size of an ant surrounded by black, so it was the ant-sized.
It was the
teaser trailer,
ant-sized teaser trailer, and then there was the real teaser trailer for the real trailer
which
to premiere
appeared
during Agent Carter.
And I watched it, and the funniest thing that happened during it was at the end. It goes, "Is it too late to change the name?"
I
and
saw,
I'm just like,
I saw
yes,
the trailer. It was pretty good. You go look that up on YouTube and all that stuff.
yes.
So that'll do it here
For those of you who
first time
don't,
back.
for those of you who don't know who Ant-Man is, it's literally a
He
superhero guy
can
who
shrink.
can shrink to the size of an ant.
And if he punches you while he's the size of an ant, it still has the same force as a grown man.
Yes,
So
and,
you have this little thing beating you up.
and the dragonflies sound like helicopters in the trailer. Just so you guys
Well,
know.
yeah, I mean, makes sense.
They're really neat.
They are pretty much the helicopters of the insect.
It's like Honey, I Shrunk
World.
the Marvel.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one, Jake.
Okay.
Oh, that's
But I know later on that he genetic
Thank you. I
he does
appreciate it.
something to his suit to where he can grow and become giant. So that like
Mm-hmm.
him shrinking isn't the only thing. But they'll probably do that later.
You know,
And then-
I'm just really glad that they're having all these superhero movies, like, and I'm talking like comic book stuff and comics, like superhero comics are coming back in style, and people are actually purchasing them and subscribing to them, which is great for the comic shops. Yeah, and then beyond that, they're also putting musicals out and everything that I love. Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy, the
No,
musical.
no,
With
not
my
no. I mean,
freeze ray,
no,
I will stop.
I mean, like,
The world.
no, I mean, like, you know, back in the day, like way back in the day, they used to have a bunch of musical movies and stuff, like Singing in the Rain, that kind of stuff. And they would come out all the time, and people would love them and go see them and stuff like that in the theater. And they didn't do that for a long time. And just recently, in the past few years, they started doing it again, as well as, you know, releasing a bunch of comic book movies too. So it's like they've hopped back into the past directorially and movie release wise and are doing this again. I love how it comes full circle.
I'm glad they're branching out to different superheroes. It's not just the main, Superman, Spider-Man,
Right.
Batman. Marvel took a chance with Guardians of the Galaxy, and now that worked, so let's try a whole bunch of really obscure
try the Inhumans.
Did you guys watch the literal trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy? It's basically Avengers in space.
The Honest trailer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Honest trailer.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
Avengers
funny.
in space. So that's,
Hey, I'll take it, though.
oh,
Yeah,
I know. I loved
it's
it
funny.
too. And I love the music in it too.
It's good. Well, that'll do it here for the Nerd Edification Hour. Thank you
Episode
so much
1,
for listening.
Season 2.
Yep.
Yep. We're going to be changing the time again, by the way, because conflicting schedules and whatnot.
Yeah, we will actually post
We'll
about
post
that
it
on
Wednesday,
Facebook.
though. Wednesday
Wednesday.
represent.
Yeah.
Wednesday, same day, different time.
Yeah, so you may see us a little bit earlier in the day next week.
Yep. All right. So this song is from the symphonic movement, the 25th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
It's
for Zelda.
It's the Wind Waker one. So till next time, stay fancy, everyone.
Enjoy your day and
Bye-bye.
do well in school this week. Welcome
Yay.
back.
Eat your vegetables.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.